Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ethan Luo. It's my honor to stand here and give a speech on the energy transition. Since the Stone Age, energy has played a crucial role in human civilization. If we trace the relationship between humanity and energy back to its origins, we find that our ancestors used wooden sticks to create heat and fire by wrapping them with cotton and timber. Since then, humans spent a long time studying how to use energy well and developed various ways for energy utilization. Let's look back at the 18th century, the first industrial revolution, which was started in Britain. At the age of the steam, fossil fuel became the main energy source in human citizen. It sounds exciting that humans can use these black bricks to transport passengers and cargoes in an effective way. Around 1 century later, the second industrial revolution, characterized by the widespread use of electricity, led to the electric time. Honestly, we should thank to the scientists who invented electricity, or we cannot use television and smartphone now. The using of electricity offers more possibility for humans to utilize the energy. Currently, our energy system can be divided into two groups. One is traditional energy, such as fossil fuel. The other type of energy is renewable energy, such as solar system, wind power, hydroelectric power, and so on. The rapid development of energy system brings both opportunities and challenges. When comparing the two energy systems, we should pay attention to their application in our daily lives. So I would like to ask you a question. Which mode of transportation do you prefer when you go out? I guess most of us will choose private car as our answers. Now, there are many different types of vehicles. They can be this shape, or that shape, and even this shape. But in general, we can divide all the vehicles into two groups. They are traditional internal combustion engine vehicles with blue license plate, also known as ICEV, and new energy vehicles with green license plate, also known as NEV. The emergence of new energy vehicles reflect more energy source used for human beings, which make our lives better. Thanks to the rapid development of battery industry, the trend toward electrification in Chinese automotive industry is very evident. The electrification will significantly reduce fossil fuel consumption in the transport sector and change the role of vehicles in our daily life. Is that good or bad? To answer this question, environment is the first issue we can discuss. Many studies have indicated that ICEV leads serious greenhouse gas emission. What's more, other air emission can lead to serious health problems. Please memorize a daily sense. You can easily discover an unpleasant odor when a few vehicles is passing by. These harmful gases can cause environmental damage and global warming. I believe the impact of relative car on the environment is clear. So what about the new energy vehicles for the environment? New energy vehicles appear to environmental friendly at the first glance because they can reduce the greenhouse gas emission in operation. For instance, the bus was used in 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics. China used the new energy vehicles to send people back and forth between different competition areas without greenhouse gas emission. However, the electric vehicles are right now. If we take a holistic view, new energy vehicles also face environmental challenges. This is because most new energy vehicles require batteries as their power supply unit. After around decades of using, the disposal of this battery will be a serious issue. We all know that environmental impact of disposing of waste battery. The technology we have developed to deal with the battery is not mature enough. So how to deal with heavy metals and reduce the environmental impact on soil and water is still a scientific challenge. The second issue is the stability. Stability is not only an important factor for customer, but also the premise of whether the vehicle can have a competitive future. Most renewable energy generation like solar and wind depend on the play of natural conditions, which means that the energy supply isn't controlled by humans. In this sense, we need energy storage facilities, which require more finance and material investments. Besides, although now governments are adding charging stations and related facilities, but it is not enough, especially in the rural area. Many NEV drivers may have to wait for a long time to charge. In contrast, there are a lot of gas stations in our countries, and the drivers only spend a few minutes to fill the tank, which is more convenient. The third issue is the cost of the vehicle operation. It is common for customers to consider the efficiency. Based on my calculation, the cost of new energy vehicle operation are much cheaper than the cost of ICEV. The average price of gasoline is around 8 yuan per liter, and the average 100 km of ICEV is about 6 liter, which means that the 100 km will cost about 48 yuan. Besides, the average price of electricity is around 0.6 yuan per kWh. And 100 kilometers of electricity consumption is about 15 kWh. So the average cost of the new energy vehicles is about 9 yuan for 100 kilometers. We can conclude that the cost of NEV operation is only about 18% of the operation cost in ICEV. In addition, Chinese government has many supporting policies for new energy vehicles, which lead to a very competitive selling price of new energy vehicles. Take the taxi as an example. Most of the taxis in Chongqing are new energy vehicles because they are cost effective. Besides, some new energy vehicle manufacturers develop cooperation with the taxi companies. The influence of government policy and the market cannot be underestimated because it can make a difference to both customer and vehicles. Last but not least, safety is a necessary issue. Security will be a crucial development premise in the future. In terms of durability, new energy vehicles often fall short compared to ICEV. This is due to the reactive chemical property of batteries, which are more likely to catch fire after completion and pose personal danger. Therefore, no matter what energy type was used to power the car, safety cannot be ignored. From a national perspective, energy security is vital to national development. As an oil-importing country, the new energy vehicles can increase our energy independence and resilience to deal with international political changes. Hence, various types of energy have different functions and help for the country. So when analyzing different kinds of vehicles, we should also take into account the significance of diversified energy reserves for the national level. Based on the discussion, it is hard to identify which type of vehicles and energy resource have more advantages. Many factors like technological advancement and market maturity can have significant change over time. Based on the current economic environment and technological market status, we should choose the most eco-friendly approach to reach the sustainable development goal, such as the carbon neutrality by 2035. Additionally, we need to balance the development of different energy sources. Only when the development of energy resource is abundant can our country stand in the changing world. To sum up, the energy transition from internal consumption engine vehicles to new energy vehicles is a certain trend. And the most important thing for human beings is that even if we master the technology to use energy, but we should not forget to live in harmony with the natural environment and resource. Thank you for listening.